Hi, Susan, welcome back. Just thought I'd go over my stats for this week and some weight stuff. So, as in weightlifting, so let's see. Last Thursday was round 1, phase 3, day 7. My weight was at my weight was at 148.6, and it's been stabilized in the 148 range, so that's good. And then Friday I was at 148.6, and Saturday 148.4, Sunday 148.4, Monday 148.2, Tuesday 148.4, Wednesday 147, and yesterday was round 1, phase 3, day 14. No, that wasn't yesterday, that was the week before, sorry, December 13th. So my last injection weight was 149.2, and I was at 147 on that day. And I talked about before how like some of my inches went up a little, some went down, but for the most part I lost inches. And then last Friday I was at 147.8. I've got my dates all wrong in this book. Oh no, that's right, that was yesterday. Sorry. Okay, so yesterday I was at 147. I don't know what day it is. And so I was, let's see, I was 2.2 pounds under my last injection weight. On my under bust, I lost half an inch for a total of 4 inches so far. Over bust, I was actually up half an inch, but I'm still down 3 inches. Waist was, I lost an inch, so I've lost 4.5 inches in the waist in total. Hips, I stayed the same, lost 3.5 altogether since the beginning. Left thigh and right thigh, left thigh I lost 2.5 inches, right thigh, 0 inches on each, but for a total of 2.5 on the left and 3 inches lost on the right. So yeah, 20.5 inches lost altogether, and as of yesterday, exactly 20 pounds. Today I am at 147.8, so up 0.8, but still under my last injection weight. So I'm really happy with how I'm stabilizing on this, and because I'm such a ditz and have problems with dates and things, I started eating and introducing a few carbs yesterday, which was a little early for that. I just had some rice, so maybe I'll just kibosh that for now. So I was talking earlier about the fact that I started weightlifting again. I started on November 12th, and when I started round 1, that was October 14th is when I started round 1, and that was, or October 15th, sorry, and that October 15th was my first loading day. And and then I started on the VLCD. Day 1 was October 18th. And so November 12th I decided to start weightlifting again, because it was something that I've always done and I've always loved, and for some reason I just stopped. So when I started on November 12th, stiff-legged deadlift, 28 reps, I started at only 10 pounds. And now I'm doing 20, so twice that. Bent knee deadlift, 28 reps, and I started with 6 pounds. Now I'm up to 10 pounds. Chest press, I do 62 reps. I started only doing 6 pounds. Now I'm doing 20. 20 pounds at 50 reps and 16 pounds at 12 reps. The thing about weightlifting is it's always better if you can lift as heavy as possible. And then you can always decrease the weight if you find you can't do any more. You know, you're just shaking, or you're losing your form, or you know, you just can't eke another one out. If you just drop the weight a little, you can do a few more reps. So that's really good, because considering I started only doing 6 pounds for 62 reps. Now I'm still doing 62 reps, but 50 of those are at 20 pounds, which is a huge increase from 6, and 16 pounds for the last 12. Chest fly, I'm doing 62 reps. I started with 6 pounds, I'm now doing 10. Horizontal rows, those are the ones that are, you know, like, I've got a table beside me, but, you know, where you're out this way, and the other rows are where you're out this way, and of course they both work different muscles in the back. So for the horizontal rows, I'm still doing 32 reps. I started with 6 pounds, now I'm up to 10. And then for just the rows, 32 reps I started with 6 pounds, now I'm doing 16. The skull crusher, which works the triceps, ouch, I'm hooked on something. I'm doing 38 reps. I started doing them at 6 pounds, I'm now doing them at 10. Pullovers, which work the lats, which are very hard to target, but it's one of the ones that'll do it. I'm doing 52 reps. I started doing 52 reps at 5 pounds, now I'm doing the same 52 reps at 10 pounds. For the overhead press, I'm doing 66 reps. I started doing 46 of them at 4 pounds, and then the last 20 I didn't use any weight at all. It was just enough for me to just do this with no weight, period. Now I'm doing the same 66 reps, but I'm doing 46 of them with 6 pounds, and the last 20 I use 4 pounds. For the anterior raise, I started out doing 8 reps with 4 pounds, now I'm doing it with 6. Bicep curls, I'm doing 120 reps. So as you can kind of see, the theme is that I'm supersetting here. So I'm not using really heavy weights because I'm doing so many reps, and that's just for more definition and leaning out rather than, you know, creating those really big muscles. Not that as a woman, unless you're, or anybody, that unless you're taking steroids and things, you don't build huge bulk, but at the same time, I don't want to look bulky, big and bulky. I just want to look lean and very, you know, have good muscle definition. Anyways, bicep curls, I'm doing 120 reps. I started doing them with 6 pounds, I'm now doing them with 10. Hammer curls, 88 reps. I started doing them with 6 pounds, now I'm doing them with 10. Lunges and squats and tricep dips have all stayed the same, 56 reps. But I have to say, actually, with lunges, I was trying to do 56 reps, and I would take 2 breaks in between, so I only ended up doing 30, but now I can do the whole 56. Squats, 88 reps. I started with only doing 40 of them. I would do a bunch of reps, and then I just couldn't do any more, and I'd take a long break, and then I'd do a few more and stuff, but now I can go ahead and do the whole 88 reps. Tricep dips, 24 reps, and that stayed the same. Push-ups, 36 reps. Now I started doing the push-ups by doing them against, like, using the wall instead of on the floor, because it's easier that way, but now I'm doing the bent knee push-ups, the whole 36. So, and I increased the weight, so on December 3rd is when I increased. And generally at 4 to 6 weeks is when you want to try to increase the weight. You know, you should be gaining enough strength and endurance after 4 to 6 weeks to be able to increase your weight somewhat. So I tried to increase the weight at 4 weeks, and I've done well on that. So just wanted to update you on what I'm doing workout wise, and then of course an update on this week. Yeah, and I don't have anything really new and exciting. I guess if anybody is interested, and let me know what you'd like to see on the Today in HCG Beauty. Like I said, I need ideas and questions and things that I can talk about and do videos on. But I guess the big thing is when you're in phase 3 or 4, but when you're in phase 3 in between rounds, is a good time to really pamper your skin, like super hydrate it, do things to get it back in shape, because you haven't been eating any oil, so there's nothing internal that's moisturizing, and you do have to look after your skin from the inside out. And because you can't have any oils of any sort internally or externally, it's really hard on your skin. Even those with really oily, acne-prone skin. The thing is when you're not putting any oils into your body, and you're not putting any on the outside, your oil glands can go a little bit nuts, thinking, well, we have to pick up the pace here because there's no oil in the skin. So it can actually you can actually end up with oilier skin and more breakouts when you're on phase 2. So once you're into phase 3 is the time to really rejuvenate your skin, to really re-energize it, re-moisturize it, and rebalance it, and get it into the best shape possible before you start your next round and go back on no oils. So if anybody wants to, any tips on that, let me know. That's something I could do. I did have Mary write in asking me about coconut oil. Now, what I had in the past, I had used it. Now, I was told use it very sparingly and only if you absolutely have to. And so I would just, if I had like really cracked fingertips or, lips or anything, I would use just a little bit. But since doing my research on oil-free products, for the lips especially, I found that that using the MAC Fix Plus or Prep and Prime for lips was a really good moisturizing without any oils. And as for my hands, I just use a cheaper oil-free face cream on my hands when I'm on phase 2 rather than oil. Dr. Simeon's, when I read Pounds and Inches, did say that when you cheat at all, whether it's a tiny cheat or, like using a bit of coconut oil or something, or eating a different vegetable, whatever, just be aware that, yeah, you might lose, let's say, the next day you eat something that that wasn't there, you put something on your skin that wasn't on the protocol, you may lose half a pound, but like Dr. Simeon said in his Pounds and Inches is, you don't know how much weight, if you wouldn't have done that, you could have lost twice that. You could have lost a pound that day. So, and then when you're doing it on a daily basis and doing little cheats on a daily basis, that could really add up to, a few pounds by the end of your round that you could have lost, but you don't know that. And it's just weight that you could have lost that you didn't. So, excuse me, I'm still kind of under the weather. So anyways, that's something good, to note, is when you're playing around with things, make sure you really have a good reason to play around with them and be very informed and very, take meticulous notes, that kind of thing. And like I said, don't just willy-nilly add things in and, slather yourself in coconut oil and that kind of thing. As for, I had another question about using, things like mineral oil or Vaseline and things. Because your body doesn't recognize them as a food, it's still an oil. And Dr. Simeon's was very particular on the fact that no oil. Not on the body and not internally. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, I'm kind of a stickler for that, for the most part, unless it's, like I said, dire straits, and I haven't been in dire straits, so, this time, but, as for petroleum-based products, petroleum byproducts like Vaseline and mineral oil and things like that, I'm not a big fan of them anyways. Although they're used in a lot of cosmetics and things, I don't feel they're the healthiest thing for your skin. And considering that's what my career is in skincare and cosmetics, and also as an herbalist, I'm just not a proponent of using those kinds of things on your skin. So, coconut oil would be a better alternative. Coconut oil is fantastic. It's a great hair conditioner. It's great for your skin. It's a great makeup remover. Again, on phase 2, do try your darndest not to use any oils, period. And one great thing to start doing as soon as you reach phase 3 is to start taking some fish oil capsules or fish oil internally, just to help re-moisturize again from the inside out. And your joints need it, not just, not just your skin, but, everything suffers, your joints and things, with no oil. So things to consider, and I'm open to suggestions and requests, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.